All right, let's get right into it. As a brand designer, I'm always looking for ways to work faster and more efficiently, but without ever sacrificing quality. So today, I'm going to share one of my absolute
Let's go.
favorite total game changer features in
I wake up
Canva.
to a little
It's going
bit
to
of
help you
drool. My
and
pillow
your
feel
whole
like it's
team
gonna be a
design
bad day.
smarter, not harder.
Yeah, I'm tired of shit.
Okay,
And
let
the
me know if
coffee
this sounds
ain't hit
familiar.
yet. Damn,
You're
ain't
starting a new
that
social
great.
media post, and
I don't
suddenly
wanna
you
go
find
to
yourself
work 'cause my boss
meticulously
is a jerk
recreating
and
the
I'm
company
not
footer
even that
for what
paid.
feels like the
I
10th
need a
time this
change
week.
in my life 'cause
Or
I
hey,
don't feel alive
maybe
and
you're
there's
building a
nothing that
call
makes
to
me
action button,
happy.
and you just can't
Hold
quite
my breath
remember
for
the
a
exact
minute. I'm about
spacing
to
you
quit my
used last
job,
time.
cash in for a
It's a
ticket.
huge
I'm
time
going
sink,
on a trip
and
and
let's
I
be
don't
honest,
plan to
it's pretty
visit. I'm gonna
frustrating.
stay there till I feel
This
like
isn't
I'm
just a
winning
little
all.
annoyance.
And
This
this is just
constant
the beginning.
rebuilding
I
is
need
like
a
a
big
silent
change, help me
killer of
feel
your
like
team's
living. I need a
productivity
big
and,
swing, home
really
runs I'm
importantly,
hitting,
your
and I'll never
brand's
look back,
consistency.
moving on till I
It's a
get it
struggle
all.
so many teams face, and believe me, it has real costs.
We all
Just
want
think about it for a
things,
second.
but what you
Every
gonna
single
do for
minute
it? How you
your
gonna
team
move
spends
for it? What you gonna
recreating an
be?
asset that already exists somewhere is a minute they could have been spending on big picture strategy or doing actual creative work. And even worse, every time an element gets rebuilt from scratch, these tiny little inconsistencies can sneak in. You know, a slightly different font size here, a color that's just a shade off there, and slowly but surely, your strong, unified brand voice starts to get watered down. But what if you could just build it once and then use it forever, perfectly, every single time? Well, guess what? You can. I want to introduce you to your new secret weapon for brand management, Canva components. So what in the world is a component? It's actually really simple. Think of it as a reusable building block. You can group any collection of elements, we're talking text, images, shapes, whatever, and save it as a single, lockable, ready-to-use asset. It's kind of like creating your own private library of perfectly on-brand design Legos. Okay, so theory is great, but let's get practical. I'm going to walk you through step by step exactly how to create your very first component. It's so easy, you can probably follow along right now if you want.
So first up on your design canvas, just select all the individual elements you want to bundle up. Once you've got them all highlighted, you can either right-click or find that little three-dot menu on the toolbar that pops up. From there, you just find and select Create Component.
Easy enough, right? Next, you'll see a little pop-up window. This is where you get to name your component. And here's a pro tip from me to you: be specific. Don't just call it footer. Call it something like main footer with social links or blue callout box with button. Trust me, this makes it so much easier for you and your team to find the exact thing you need later on. All right, now this next step is absolutely crucial, especially for teamwork. You're going to see a checkbox that says Save to Brand Kit. You definitely want to check this. This is the magic step that makes your component available across all of your designs, not just the one you're currently in. Then, just pick the correct brand kit from the drop-down menu and stick it in a category like logos or graphics to keep everything nice and tidy. And that is literally it. Once you hit Create, your new component is officially part of your brand kit. Now, you can find it waiting for you in the Brand tab over on the left-hand side panel, all ready to be dragged and dropped into any future design. Perfect, consistent, and good to go. So let's just do a quick recap of that workflow. It's just 4 simple steps. Select your elements, create the component, save it to your brand kit, and then reuse it everywhere. I promise, once you do it a couple of times, it'll become total second nature. It really is that straightforward. So, okay, let's talk about the payoff. Why does mastering this one little feature matter so much? Well, because it's going to completely change how you approach your design workflow. The benefits here are huge. First off, you're going to save an incredible amount of time. Second, you are guaranteeing pixel-perfect brand consistency across every single thing your team creates. And third, you empower your entire team, even the non-designers, to create on-brand materials with total confidence. It just streamlines everything, letting you focus on the big, creative ideas instead of all those tedious little details. So I'll leave you with this question. Just take a look at your own workflow. Think about that one thing, that footer, that author bio, that call to action box, that you find yourself rebuilding all the time. What's that one repetitive element you're going to turn into a component first? Go on, give it a try.